Time having arrived, I call the meeting to the City Council to order for today, October 15th. If you could just please rise and help us salute our beautiful flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, councilors and guests, if you could just allow me a moment of silence. Jeff's grandmother passed this week. She was 100 years old. So if you could just hold a moment of silence on her behalf and on behalf of the family, I'm sure they would greatly appreciate it. May she rest in peace.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Agenda number 1, sir.
Item 1, we have the acceptance of the minutes of the September 9th, 2024 City Council meeting.
That will be accepted and placed on file.
Item 2, we have the acceptance of the minutes of the September 23rd, 2024 City Council meeting.
That too accepted and placed on file.
Mr. President,
Council Lally.
I'd like to make a motion to take item 3 under suspension of the rules and act on it this evening.
Second.
A motion has been properly made and second to take item number 3 and act on it this evening. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? It's so moved. It's so carried.
Item 3, we have the promotion of firefighter Brian D. Nickerson to the rank of Fire Lieutenant in the Brockton Fire Department.
Fireman, now the lieutenant, would you please rise and say a couple things to the folks that are sitting up here and the guests in the audience?
Sure, I'd like to just thank the City Council, Mayor Sullivan, Chief Nardelli, Local 144, members of the Brockton Fire Department. It's an honor and a privilege, and I'm looking forward to stepping into a leadership role in the Brockton Fire Department.
Councilors, any questions for our newly minted lieutenant?
Just good luck and Godspeed, sir.
Thank you.
Questions on
Well, the question is on confirmation.
all those in favor?
All those in favor? Anyone opposed? Congratulations, sir, and best of luck and stay safe.
Mr. President, Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion for reconsideration in the hopes it does not prevail.
Second.
A motion for reconsideration with hopes that it does not prevail has been properly made in second. All those in favor of reconsideration? All those opposed? It fails. Congratulations again. We're going to take a short recess to allow some pictures and some of other enjoyment from the young man that's sitting there before we go any further. And we're back on number 4.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to take agenda item number 4 under a suspension of the rules and act on this matter this evening.
Second.
A motion has been properly made in second to take item 4 under suspension of the rules and act on it this evening. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? It so carries.
Item 4, we have the promotion of the following Brockton police officers to the rank of Sergeant: Officer Christopher Kerr and Officer Raymond Parrott. I believe Captain Halsey is here. The chief could not make it tonight. She had a death in the family.
Well, Captain, do you want to approach and say a couple things about your new promotees?
Thank you for having us over here tonight. We have 3 officers getting promoted. We have Sergeant Stanley David getting promoted to lieutenant. We have Officer Chris Kerr getting promoted to sergeant, and Officer Raymond Parrott getting promoted to sergeant. All 3 have almost 25 years or more of experience with the Brockton Police Department, and it's very well deserved. Thank you very much.
All right, councilors, the question is on the first 2, on Officer Kerr and Parrott, and the question is on confirmation. All those in favor of its confirmation? Anyone opposed? It so carries.
I'll make a motion for reconsideration.
Mr. President,
Council Lally.
I'd like to make a motion for reconsideration in the hopes it does not prevail.
Second.
A motion for reconsideration with hopes that it does not prevail has been properly made in second. All those in favor of reconsideration? Anyone opposed? Reconsideration fails. The other items.
We now have the promotion of the following Brockton police officer to the rank of lieutenant, Sergeant Stanley David.
Sergeant David,
We can,
would you like to come up and just say a couple words to the folks here?
Good evening, everyone. Just want to say thank you. I've been on the job for about 26 years. Appreciate everything you guys have done here, and I just want to say thank you, and I have a couple more years to serve the city of Brockton. Thank you.
The question is on confirmation. All those in favor, it's confirmation. Anyone opposed? It carries.
Mr. President,
Council Lally.
I'd like to make a motion for reconsideration in the hopes it does not prevail.
A motion for reconsideration with hopes that it does not prevail has been properly made in second.
Second.
All those in favor of reconsideration? All those opposed? It carries. Congratulations, gentlemen.
I believe all three here.
All three of you, can you just come up? Come up so everybody can see you. All three of you, if you could come up. Nice-looking crew.
Suspension?
We'll
Oh,
take-
yeah, we're just, if they could introduce themselves for the
Can you
public?
just go up to the microphone and introduce yourselves? I think Stanley already did that, so the other two.
Hi, Christopher Kerr. I'd like to thank the council tonight, and I'd also like to thank Chief Perez and members of the Brockton Police Department. Thank you.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Raymond Parrott. I've been here 31 years, and it is an honor and a privilege to serve in the Brockton Police Department, and I look forward to this new capacity as a supervisor. Thank you.
Congratulations. Well, councilors, if we can just take a couple moments, we're going to make a quick pause and take a recess so we can take some pictures with the folks in here as well. We're back on. Recess is over. Mr. Clerk, agenda number 5, please.
We have the appointment of Mr. Robert Bob Beauchesne of Brockton, Mass. to the Brockton Council on Aging as an alternate member for a 3-year term ending October 2027.
That will be referred to the Committee on Finance.
We have the appointment of Mr. Robert Bob Beauchesne of Brockton, Mass. to the Brockton Beautification Committee for a 1-year term ending October 2025.
That too will be referred to the Committee on Finance.
We have a hearing. We have the petition of WL Auto Collision, Inc., Wesley Lima of 40 C Street, Apartment 3, Weymouth, for a motor vehicle repair license located at 967 Montello Street, Unit C, D, and E, Brockton, Mass. In City Clerk's Office, August 22, 2024. Hearing assigned for October 15, 2024. Fire Department has no objections. All paperwork is on file.
Time having arrived, I declare this hearing open. Is there anyone here in favor of this petition? If so, please approach and give your name and address to the clerk.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Wesley Lima. So I'm here today. I intend to get the lines at the 967 Montelli Street. My business is growing, and I saw this place has a lot of potential. And I'm intending to invest $100,000 on a business and equipment, make that place a reference, and have opportunity to employ people around the town. And I promise to keep the place clean, organized, and follow all the rules and respect all the time off working, Monday to Friday, and Saturday if possible.
Motion to recommend favorably.
Well, you got to hold on. I got to go through the spiel.
Oh, there you go.
Is there anyone else here in favor of this petition? If so, please approach and provide your name to the clerk.
Good evening, everybody. Евгений Michko, 23 William Road, Holbrook. Also as owner of the property 967 Montello Street, and also owner and operator of the Solid Auto Care located in the same building, 967 Montello Street. As a business owner, I've been in this building for almost 9 years, and if you remember me, I got my license, garage license, like a half a year ago with you guys, and because I purchased that building a year ago. And everybody who passed the road, Montella Street, know how the property has been changed in last year. There's no junk cars, no parking overnight, place keeping nice and clean, organized, and for same reason, I prefer to get a new tenant who will operate business in half of the building, and hopefully you guys will be agreeing on that also. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else here in favor of this petitioner? Hearing none, I declare that portion closed. Is there anyone here in opposition of this petition? If so, please approach and provide your name and address to the clerk. Going once, going twice. I declare that portion closed. Now the question comes to us on granting by a hand vote. All those in favor of granting? Anyone opposed? It's so granted. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And best of luck.
You can stay right there.
I think you need to stick right there because I think you got the next couple.
Item 8 is a petition of WL Auto Collision, Inc., Wesley Lima of 40 C Street, Apartment 3, Weymouth, for a motor vehicle repair body license located at 967 Montello Street, Units C, D, and E, Brockton, Mass. In City Clerk's Office, August 22, 2024. Hearing assigned for October 15, 2024. The Fire Department has no objections. All paperwork is on file.
Time having arrived, I declare this hearing open. Is there anyone here in favor of this petition? If so, please approach and provide the name to the clerk. That's you
This is
again.
a separate license, so you can say it all again.
That's you.
No,
Mr. Lima.
Mr. Lima will take your...
Good evening, everyone. I'm Wesley Lima. Today, I'm here to intend to get a license for 967 Montello Street, the unit C and D and E, to operate auto body lights and mechanic lights as well. And I promise to keep the place organized, clean, be fair with the customer around the town, and have opportunity to make the place great and open for the community to serve my best as a service, collision, and auto repair.
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone else here in favor? I'm assuming that you are in favor, right? Shouldn't assume anything, but you know how it is.
Евгений Michko, 23 William Road in Holbrook, owner of the property 967 Montello Street. I think myself and Wesley will be a good team to work together in the building and keep place keeping clean and organized. Thank you.
Is there anyone else here in favor? If so, please approach. Hearing none, I declare that portion closed. Is there anyone here in opposition to this petition? If so, please approach and provide your name and address to the clerk. Going once, going twice. Hearing none, I declare that portion closed. Now the question comes to us on granting by a hand vote. All those in favor of granting?
On the motion.
On the motion.
I got a question. Thank you, Council. Thank you, President, and thank you, Mr. Lima. And you say auto body license?
It's auto repair and auto body license.
Councilor, just for your information, some buildings have a duplicate license with a motor vehicle repair and body license. If they became licenses at a separate time, it's a different license. This is motor vehicle body repair, which allows a paint booth and body work to be done, and the fire department has signed off on all that. So it's two separate licenses, but it's all one.
Well, I didn't think they had a paint booth. That's why I was just asking the question. But if the fire department did sign on it.
And all paperwork is on file from the fire department. So.
Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you.
Go ahead,
Councilman.
Councilor Thompson.
So I believe the question is, do you have a paint booth on your premises?
So the promise will be invest a brand new spray booths, getting the lights today. Later this week, will be purchased the new spray booths to put on the facility and follow all the codes the way
And they
it's
won't be
supposed
allowed to use that till the fire department signs off on it.
Understood. Okay. Thank you, Mr. President.
All right, we were at the The question comes to us on granting by a hand vote. All those in favor of granting? Anyone opposed? It's granted. Also of note, we did get a notice from Councilor Nicastro, who's these properties are in her area, and she's out ill today, so.
And there are stipulations that go with the license that are on there, so they don't need to be read in.
So congratulations and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Number 9, sir.
Item 9, we have the petition of Colbia Enterprise LLC of 695 George Washington Highway, Lincoln, Rhode Island, for an underground storage license amendment located at 253 East Ashland Street, Brockton, Mass. In City Clerk's Office, August 20th, 2024. Hearing assigned for October 15th, 2024. Fire Department has no objections. All paperwork is on file.
Time having arrived, I declare this hearing open. Is there anyone here in favor of this petition? If so, please approach and provide your name and address to the clerk.
Good evening. For the record, Hussein Savinchkid with Greenman Peterson, Inc. I'm an engineer out of Salem, New Hampshire. I have a business card if you need the address. But basically, we're replacing some underground storage tanks that were installed in 1989. There's a total of 3 existing tanks totaling 36,000 gallons of storage. We'd be coming in with 2 double-wall fiberglass tanks that would total 30,000 gallons of fuel storage. And the split would be, we'd have a 15,000-gallon single-compartment tank that would house regular fuel, regular gasoline. And then the other tank is also a 15,000-gallon, which would have 9,000 gallons of premium unleaded, and the other 6,000 would be diesel. And as part of this, we're proposing to repipe, put new underground piping in, and basically bring the site up to current EPA and Mass DEP standards.
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone else here in favor of this petition? If so, please approach and provide your name and address to the clerk. Seeing none, I declare that portion closed. Is there anyone here in opposition to this petition? If so, please approach and provide your name and address to the clerk. Seeing none, I declare that portion closed. Councilors, does anybody have any questions for the petitioner?
Mr. President.
Council Thompson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just to confirm, this is the property, the Shell gas station, or is this that property that's currently, these tanks are being currently replaced as we speak, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you said the initial capacity was 20,000 and now you're going to 30, or just do those numbers again?
The current capacity is 36, and we're going down to 30.
Understood.
But we're adding the diesel component at the existing dispensers.
Did you have diesel at your facility prior to?
Not
so you'll be adding diesel?
Correct.
All right. Understood. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilor. The question is on granting by a hand vote. All those in favor of granting? All those opposed? It's so granted.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Item 10, we have the petition of Massachusetts Electric Company, DBA National Grid, to install 2 JO poles on Goddard Road, remove 3 JO poles on Goddard Road, relocate 1 JO pole on Goddard Road. Poles 4, 5, and 6 on Goddard Road will be removed. New poles 4 and 5 will be installed on the other side of the road. Pole 3 will be relocated 18 feet north of its current location. In City Clerk's Office, September 3, 2024. Hearing assigned for October 15th, 2024. All paperwork is on file.
Time having arrived, I declare this hearing open. Is there anyone here in favor of this petition? If so, please approach and provide your name and address to the clerk.
My name is Calvin Fonseca, representing National Grid for the job being performed on Goddard Road. The reason behind the work, with the construction of the new public safety building, there'll be clearance issues with the existing poles 4, 5, and 6, which is why it's being removed, and we're installing 2 new ones on the other side of the road. Pole 3 is getting relocated 18 feet north. That will serve as the riser pole to feed the new transformer to power the new building.
Is there anyone else here in favor of this petition? If so, please approach and provide your name and address to the clerk. Seeing none, I declare that portion closed. Is there anyone here in opposition to this petition? If so, please approach and provide your name and address to the clerk. Seeing none, I declare that portion closed. Now the question comes to us on granting by a hand vote. All those in favor of granting? Anyone opposed? It's so granted. Thank you, sir. And have a good night.
Item 11, we have the report of the Finance Committee for its meeting on October 7th, 2024.
That will be accepted and placed on file.
Communications, we have a communication from Chester Anderson requesting a residency exemption for his position as electrical inspector for the city of Brockton.
That will be accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the fire chief recommending the promotion of firefighter Brian D. Nickerson to the rank of fire lieutenant in the Brockton Fire Department. This promotion is due to the retirement of Fire Lieutenant Kevin P. Sullivan. Firefighter Brian D. Nickerson is the #1 candidate on the current Human Resources Fire Lieutenant list.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
We have a communication from the chief of police requesting the following officers be promoted as they are top-ranked candidates on the attached promotion list. To the rank of sergeant, Officer Christopher Kerr, Officer Raymond Parrott. To the rank of lieutenant, Sergeant Stanley David.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
A communication from the mayor appointing Mr. Bob Beauchene of Brockton, Mass. to the Brockton Council on Aging as an alternate member for a 3-year term ending October 2027.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the mayor appointing Mr. Beauchene of Brockton, Mass. to the Brockton Beautification Committee for a 1-year term ending October 2025.
Accepted and placed on file.
We have a communication from the Executive Director of the Brockton Parking Authority requesting your approval to transfer up to $130,000 from BPA retained earnings to a BPA capital project fund. This transfer is necessary in order to repair the piston underneath the elevator at the Adams Garage.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the Chief of Police requesting authorization to expend grant monies in the amount of $150,000 related to the Department of Justice Office of Justice Programs Grant Award under the Bureau of Justice Assistant FY24, the Kevin and Avante Program, reducing injury and death of missing individuals with dementia and developmental disabilities funding opportunity.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the BPD grant writer recommending the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
We have a communication from the mayor in accordance with the general laws of Massachusetts, Chapter 44, recommending that the City Council authorize the approval of prior year unpaid bills of $145,574.66 in order to pay for invoices from FY22 and 23 from Human Resources Benefits to Boston Mutual Life Insurance.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Unfinished business, ordered that the common necessity and convenience of the inhabitants of the city of Brockton require the laying out and acceptance of Bell Rock Avenue, extending from the end of the 1970 layout easterly, a distance of 120 feet to Station 3 plus 95.18, and from Granite Street westerly, a distance of 240.37 feet to Station 6 plus 95.55, and for that purpose it is necessary to take an easement for highway purposes and lay out as a public street or way of said city of Brockton, said easement passing by or over lands of those persons shown in Exhibit A, attached hereto, and parties unknown. Said layout of said street being 42 feet in width is shown more particularly on a plan entitled Layout and Acceptance Plan of Bell Rock Avenue, dated May 17, 2024, drawn by J.K. Holmgren Engineering, LLC, Pearl Street, Brockton, Mass., to be recorded herewith and made a part of this taking. The land taken is more fully described as follows. All the land within the limits of a private way known as Bell Rock Avenue, supposed to belong to parties unknown, being a strip of land 42 feet in width, extending from the end of the 1970 layout easterly, a distance of 120 feet, and from Granite Street westerly, a distance of 240.37 feet, as shown on the herein described plan, to which reference is hereby made for a more particular description, and we have considered and estimated the damages sustained by all persons who have not waived damages in their several estates as follows. No awards. In City Council, June 24, 2024, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Planning and Finance. Finance report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Drayencourt.
Yes.
Farwell.
Yes.
Griffin.
Yes.
Lally.
Yes.
Minicello.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Tavares.
Yes.
Texera.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
9 in the affirmative.
And the order is adopted.
Mr. President,
Council Farwell.
I move we take items 30, 31, and 32 collectively and vote on them. They're all favorably recommended by the FinCom, and they're all appointments of personnel to various boards and commissions.
Second.
A motion has been properly made in second to take items 30, 31, did you say 32?
32. 32.
And 32 collectively and act on it tonight. All those in favor? All those opposed? It carries.
We have the appointment of Mr. Alan Parker of Bassett Road, Brockton, Mass. to serve on the Elections Commission for a 4-year term ending September 2028. We have the appointment of Mr. Yolando Spinola of Noyes Ave, Brockton, Mass. as the City of Brockton's delegate to the Old Colony Planning Council for a 1-year term ending in September 2025. We have the appointment of Mr. Michael Avia of Court Street, Brockton, Mass. to the Parks and Recreation Commission for a 5-year term ending September 2029. All 3 of these items were in City Council September 23, 2024, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on confirmation by a roll call vote. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Drayencourt.
Yes.
Farwell.
Yes.
Griffin.
Yes.
Lally.
Yes.
Minicello.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Tavares.
Yes.
Texera.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
9 in the affirmative.
And the appointments are confirmed.
Item 33, ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $50,000 from Massachusetts Clean Water Trust to DPW Water. In City Council, September 23, 2024, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
And the question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Drayencourt.
Yes.
Farwell.
Yes.
Griffin.
Yes.
Lally.
Yes.
Minicello.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Tavares.
Yes.
Texera.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
9 in the affirmative.
And the order is adopted. 34, sir.
Ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $119,370 from Massachusetts Department of Public Health to the Police Department. In City Council, September 23, 2024, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
And the question comes to us on a form of adoption by a roll call vote. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Drayencourt.
Yes.
Farwell.
Yes.
Griffin.
Yes.
Lally.
Yes.
Minicello.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Tavares.
Yes.
Texera.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
9 in the affirmative.
And the order is adopted.
Item 35, resolved. Be it resolved by the Brockton City Council to invite Troy Clarkson, Chief Financial Officer, to appear before the Finance Committee to discuss and provide an update on the current status of the FY25 budget and setting of the tax rate. In City Council, September 23, 2024, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question comes to us on a form of adoption by a hand vote. All those in favor of adoption? All those opposed? It carries. 36, sir.
Resolved, whereas the city is evaluating options for the development of the fairgrounds property composed of 66 acres of land bordering neighborhoods and roadways, and whereas the City Council will eventually consider and approve zoning changes which are appropriate given the residential and commercial areas currently existing in this location. Now therefore be it resolved, Mr. Rob May, Director of Planning and Economic Development, be invited to a meeting of the council to provide an overview of issues and considerations for zoning changes and successful development of the fairgrounds property. In City Council, September 23, 2024, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
And the question is on adoption by a hand vote. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? It carries.
Item 37, ordinance. Be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Brockton to replace Section 12-28 towing in its entirety and insert in its place the following revised ordinance where appropriate as follows.
Mr. President,
Council Lally.
given that this ordinance is several pages long and will be read in its entirety in front of the Ordinance Committee, I'd like to make a motion that we allow the clerk to summarize the reading for this evening.
A motion has been properly made and properly second to summarize the reading of the ordinance. All those in favor? Anyone opposed? Summarization it is, Mr. Clerk.
This ordinance allows the Chief of Police shall establish a list of towing companies or companies that are currently and in good standing licensed by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Department of Telecommunications and Energy Transportation Division, formerly the Department of Public Utilities, that have a place of business in the City of Brockton and have been engaged in the business of towing for not less than 5 years, or if the company has been engaged in the business of towing for less than 5 years, temporary approval may be granted in the business of, in emergency situations by the chief, but the company must thereafter request approval from the City Council to remain on the list. Temporary approval may not exceed 30 days. And in the body of, there are 3 different types of licenses. towing licenses that the committee will consider.
And this item will be referred to the Committee on Ordinance.
Mr. President,
Councilor Lally.
similar to item 37, item 38 is rather long-winded, and it will be read in its entirety in ordinance. I'd like to make a motion again to summarize the reading of this this evening.
Second.
A motion has been properly made in second to forego the entire reading of the 3 pages and summarize it. All those in favor? All those opposed? Summarization it is, Mr. Clerk.
Thank you. Ordinance, an ordinance replacing Chapter 11, Article 3, dealers in secondhand precious metals or gems. Be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Brockton as follows, that Chapter 11, Article 3, dealers in secondhand precious metals or gems be replaced in its entirety and the following ordinance be inserted in its place. And there are 3 pages of definitions concerning secondhand licenses for precious gems and metals.
Will be referred to the Committee on Ordinance.
Give me a minute, that one's so long.
Number 39.
Item 39, ordered in compliance with the provisions of the election laws, notice is hereby given that the state election will be held on Tuesday, November 5th, 2024, in the following designated polling places. Attached are Ward 1 through Ward 7, precincts A through D, with no changes from the preliminary election. The polls will be open at 7 a.m. and will be closed at 8 p.m. Said voters will then, in their respective polling places, give in their votes each on one piece of paper to the warden for the election of candidates for the following named office. Visa, electors of President and Vice President, United States Senator in Congress, United States Representative in Congress, Councilor, 2nd District, Senator in General Court, 2nd Plymouth and Norfolk District, Representative in General Court, 9th, 10th, and 11th Plymouth District, Clerk of Courts in Plymouth County, Register of Deeds, Plymouth County, Plymouth District, County Commissioner, Plymouth County, Southeastern Regional Vocational Technical School Committee. And the following questions, and there are 5 ballot questions on the ballot that the public will be able to go to the Secretary of State's website, and summaries are provided there.
That will be referred to the Committee on Finance. Number 40.
Number 40, ordered requesting a waiver of the City of Brockton's residency requirement under Section 2-110 of the City Ordinances for the Electrical Inspector Chester Anderson.
I will refer to Finance.
Item 40.
Councilor Fowler.
Mr. President, on item number 41, this is a request for funding to repair the piston in the elevator in the Adams garage. Elevator safety is very important. I think it's important that we get this done as soon as possible, go through the procurement process, and get that elevator repaired. So I would like to move that I'd like to move suspension of the rules so that we act on this evening.
Second.
A motion for suspension of rules have been made for item 41. All those in favor of it? All those opposed? It has been suspended. Now then, do we have any questions on that at all? Anybody? Okay. So the question comes to us on adoption by a roll call vote. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Draincourt,
Yes.
Farwell,
Yes.
Griffin,
Yes.
Lally,
Yes.
Minicello,
Yes.
Rodriguez,
Yes.
Tavares,
Yes.
Texera,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
9 in the affirmative.
And the order is adopted.
And I move reconsideration in the hope it does not prevail.
Second.
Motion for reconsideration has been properly made in second with hopes that it does not prevail. All those in favor? All those opposed? Reconsideration fails. 42.
Ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $150,000 from Office of Justice Programs to the Police Department.
Refer to the Committee on Finance.
Item 43, in accordance with the general laws of Massachusetts, Chapter 44, recommending that the City Council approve the expenditure of $145,574.66 from Human Resource Benefits to Boston Mutual Life Insurance.
Refer to the Committee on Finance.
We have a resolve. Be it resolved by the Brockton City Council to invite Megan Bridges, City Solicitor, to appear before the Finance Committee to discuss and schedule an executive session as permitted by MGL Chapter 30A, Section 21, to discuss strategy with respect to litigation, McNulty v. City of Brockton et al.
Refer to the Committee on Finance.
We have a resolve. Be it resolved that the Brockton City Council condemns recent remarks targeting the Haitian immigrant community in Springfield, Ohio, made by members of Congress, certain political campaigns, and other public figures. Haitian immigrants have long faced harmful stereotypes, from false accusations of spreading disease to xenophobic portrayals in the media. These damaging tropes help perpetuate discrimination and violence against an already marginalized group.
Refer to the Committee on Finance.
And that's all I have, Councilor.
Councilors, any moments of recognition? Councilor Lally?
Thank you, Mr. President. I know that the council knows this. I don't know how aware the general public may be, but unlike most departments, the clerk's office works for the city council. So we have a much more direct relationship with the employees of the department. And in the spirit of that relationship, one of the department's employees has informed me of something that I think the council should be aware of. It is the birthday of our clerk, Mr. Tim Cruz. Happy birthday, Mr. Clerk.
What'd you say?
35, I think.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Not sure where Diana's working tomorrow, but thank you.
They grow up so fast.
Anyone else?
There will be a reception at Burger King after the meeting.
Biggest phone booth I could find.
Council Minicello.
I would just like to remind people that this Thursday at 6 o'clock, we have an Economic Development Subcommittee meeting where Rob May will be available and talking to us about some of the city's concerns with regard to the project. So it's going to be an interesting meeting. All are invited.
Location?
Here.
What time?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Anyone else? Having no further business of the people of Brockton, this meeting is adjourned.